When did you last see a Morrissey Tal? When did you last see one? Perfect, isn't it? Absolutely perfect. And I got sidetracked by a Datsun Prairie. The discovery there is going to cause terrific interest. Absolutely great, isn't it? Right then guys, first look, early arrivals for the December auction, which is only a very little auction this time. We just thought, as much as anything, as a thank you to some regular customers, some friends, that we would just do 100 vehicular lots, 100 memorabilia lots, and invite, stressing, invite 100 people down. So we should have quite a buoyant auction, I think. You know, it'll be a bit of fun. We haven't had a crowd for a few years now, as you know, Tom. So we just thought it was something a little bit different, just to make it a bit of a special auction, really. So Dave's been working hard on the entries, so we should have 100 vehicular lots, and yeah, we're all looking forward to it, really. Final sale of the year. It's normally quite a buoyant sale anyway. He went down south last week and picked this up. He went down, they actually did some filming with this, so it's going to come out later on, be next year I would think now. But ex-Royal Mail van, there you go, look, we were all hoping Jess was going to come with it, but she didn't come. But there it is, Royal Mail van, Morrissey Tal. When did you last see a Morrissey Tal? When did you last see one? You just don't, do you? You just don't. We had a Marina, didn't we, a couple of years back? But yeah, you just don't see them. So, good little van for you, guided somewhere 9 to 10, 11, somewhere there, if memory serves. Little commercials, they achieve strong money, don't they? So, interesting one to keep an eye on. Makes a nice change from an Escort, I know that much. So, little Marina. Lotus Cortina arrived yesterday. Two-door Lotus Cortina. Not a show-winning car, but a good, usable car. I've yet to see any documentation and things on that. Little Rover turned up yesterday. Again, nothing too startling. She done 5,800 and some miles. So it's a little bit of rust here and there, but no mileage. And on the subject of no mileage, this is the discovery there is going to cause terrific interest. 200, and if memory serves, 86 miles from new. Less than 300 miles from new. Less than 300 miles from new. And as new, all right, it's got a layer of dust on, which we were asked to keep on it, which I couldn't quite work out, because it would clean to look like a new vehicle. Who buys a Land Rover Discovery and puts it away without any use? It doesn't really make any sense, does it? So there it is, less than 300 miles, starts on the button, sounds beautiful, chassis real good as new effectively. It's a new Land Rover Discovery. I would expect it to do late teens, 20 grand, somewhere there, because it's a new Discovery. So we've been asked to submit the best bid on the day on that motor, but it should do up that way. It should do late teens, early 20s. It really should. So that there, bit of flash if you want a bit of noise. We've got two things that are a bit of noise, look. Chevy pickup, look, small block, 5.7, look, 350 horse, there it all is there, look, loads of bits and pieces. It drives really well, Mick said. Mick went up the estate in it. Been used as an advertising tool, done its job now, feels it's time to move on. Advertise the cafe round the other end of town there, NY500. It's a motor-inspired cafe, if you like. A good cafe as well. You want to get yourself in there, get a breakfast, really good. I haven't been eating so many breakfasts, as you maybe noticed. So it's a bit of a special thing. There you go, look, well put together. And if you want to be a little more comfy, but just as noisy, Chevy Camaro, look at that. 6.2, Generation 6 SS, is that SS or 55? SS 50 anniversary. That looks a lot of car, that. A lot of car. And if you read the blip down here, look, engine intelligence, which cuts to 4-cylinder running when cruising. As cheap to run as your Fiesta, Tom.
Well, yeah,
Perfect, isn't it? Absolutely perfect. So there you go, look, the American version of our Bentley Continental. Brilliant. Pardon?
Do you like a left-hand drive?
Oh, I like left-hand drive. Yeah, it doesn't bother me. Yeah, my big truck's left-hand drive, and it doesn't bother me. Some people can't get on with it, it's fine. I actually quite enjoy it, something a bit different. When you first get in, you do tend to be, ooh, you know, but nah, it doesn't bother me a lot. So, no, I think for something like that, because of what it is, I kind of prefer the left-hand drive bit, because it makes it completely different to your everyday runabout, whatever it might be. So no, I think that needs to be left-hand drive, you know, just because of what it is. But lovely car, lovely condition, look, superb, absolutely superb.
29 to 32,000.
30 grand, I know. When you think, you know, look how new it is and all the rest of it, what you have to give 20 something for the equivalent Bentley that's 10 years older. It's not a lot of money really, you know. I know 30 grand is 30 grand, it's still a lot of money, but it's a lot of car, isn't it? Oh, anyway, let's go and have a look up at, MGB, look, just come in this morning. Let's go and have a look up at Mick's and see what he's got. Right guys, we're just on our way up to P3, up to Mick's, and I got sidetracked by a Datsun Prairie. Look at that. Now, that transported me back. We used to have a customer who ran these. We used to look after these. And we ended up running one of them. He part exchanged one, an early one, like not as early as this. I think it was about an F plate, H plate, something like that. And he part exchanged it for a newer one, and we ended up running the car. And yeah, it's funny how little things you just don't forget, do you? Like no pillar, and it's just a real quirky. Like now, today, this sort of looks like a caricature car, doesn't it?
It's the most old-fashioned looking thing, but it used to be, thank you mate, it used to be like, well, almost normal.
Well, they were. And now you look at it and it looks like a 5-year-old's drawn it, doesn't it? Let's be fair.
It's something out of Wacky Races, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah.
I know. We used
Pistol grip handbrake, weren't they? Yeah, there you go, look. I remember doing handbrake turn in the field with a pistol grip handbrake.
I'm surprised you can remember us having
Yeah, I can remember. Red one. Later than that, about a H plate, something like that.
I used to look after a red one for a guy called John that works at Farningdale.
That's it, John.
And then we
ran it for a while because we've sold him a newer shape one.
Yeah, we kept it in. And then, do you not recall that we had a white one, a 1.5? I think they do a 1500 version.
No, I don't
We had a
remember
1.5. And every time I think of Prairies, there was about 10 of us going from Woodhouse Farm down to the pub at Langdale End, at Hackness, the Everleigh, one night. And I think there was about 10 of us and Mum.
You can't say that. You didn't all fit in there.
Yeah, we all.
No. You would never do such a thing.
And when I drove it down with all of us in, and Mum drove it back. But yeah, and it's just if there's one car out there that sort of, I was going to say hasn't aged well, but it just looks.
Let's be fair, it's an ugly duckling today, isn't it?
Isn't it just? But so unusual. It's like my obsession with Allegros. They're ugly, they're attractive, aren't they?
Well, we were just headed up to Mick's and we had to swerve down here just for old time's sake, because
I'll tell you what, you are not going to get a better condition one of these.
You're not. No, you're not. No. I mean, no, well, anyway, give it a spin before we get wet. Look, they are.
Oh, well, hang on, I've got my cup of tea. You go out.
No.
It's a miracle that's kept like
Look
that.
at that. It's been nurtured.
He didn't want to get in it because he'll be wanting to own one. That's the trouble. He'll be wanting to buy one back.
59,000 mile. Yeah. Look at that.
Anyhow, this is my first cup of tea for the day. We've got to prioritise things, haven't they? We've got to prioritise.
So my mum ran one of these, or we as a family ran one of these. As I say, came in part exchange, and so we ended up running about in it. Just because they're versatile, you know, they're just handy. And I can remember we had quite a long drive. We lived at a little farm, little small holding, and we had quite a long drive with some S-bends in it. And I can remember going around the fields in one of these. I used to pinch whatever Mum was running about in, just so you could have a drive seat, just so you could have a spin out. And I can remember now going around the field. Handbrake turning, handbrake's there, look, and yanking on that handbrake to get a slide and spinning about round the fields in a Nissan Prairie. Absolutely great, innit? And it is just, yeah, they were just a really, really good car, but they just rotted away for fun. A typical Japanese of this era, you know, didn't do a right lot of rust prevention, and as such, they just rusted. They really did. So to see one that's kept like this one has, oh, you can't find them. You just can't find them. So yeah, it's brilliant. What a brilliant old car. Oh, the heavy steering. Yeah. But that just takes you back. Racing about, round the field, all the rest of it. Thinking that I was all in control and all that, which I sort of was most of the time. But all about learning, wasn't it? You know, in your youth. Most people had go-karts and stuff, and I used to have an old scrap motor to run about in, or pinch whatever my mum had, and start going around the fields and stuff. She must have hated it some days, getting in and be all mud up the side of it. She never said anything. She weren't bothered. So there you go. Look, 59,000 miles. Handbrake. You can nearly sit in the back seat for the handbrake. Look. 59,000 careful miles, I suspect, this car. And it's great, isn't it? Brilliant. It's almost like a team bus, isn't it? Right then, guys, obviously we've just finished with the little Nissan, or the Datsun Prairie out there. We've just wandered up to Mick's to find there's nothing new arrived in Mick's. I don't know what Mick's been doing this week. He's been busy up there doing not a lot. So we've come back down to Pickering number 2. There's a BMW there arrived this morning behind you. Looks a lot of car. Scimitar arrived yesterday, I think, which again is a bright looking car. Got a water leak. Look, it was parked there last night. It's dripping under there, I see. I did say so on the video. And again, if these cars, when they come through, we obviously do our quick walk round videos, don't we? They're not a substitute for you coming. They're our opinion, and to help you decide whether to come or not. And if we find a fault or something you should be made aware of, we say, water leak off the header tank. Probably just tighten up the Jubilee clip. If I get 5 minutes, if I'd have had my multi-tool, I'd have done it. But anyway, so it's got a water leak, starts on the button, sounds real sweet, it looks smart, tidy, it's a user car. It's not perfect, good user car.
6,500 to 7,500.
Yeah, it's probably enough money, I'm not going to lie, but it's a good structurally, it looks on the face of it, a good structurally sound, usable car. So there's that. And then we'll finish off, I think, today, Audi RS6. I've got a soft spot for one of these. A really later shape one, I'm not going to lie. But this car's been owned by the vendor since it was, give or take, a year old. I got the shock of my life, 117,000 miles, which of course isn't a lot really. But I was expecting it to be 60 or 70,000 miles. The car's lovely, dead straight, it's had a wing on that side, the original wing's in the boot. I don't know why you'd put a wing on, it didn't actually look that bad, but anyway. And it wants the wheels refurbing, look, there's a bit of curbing, Continental tyres. That's a good thing, isn't it? You know, let's be fair, a car like that, when you look round and you see a set of ditch seekers, you think, oh really? You know, you always want to see a good set of tyres, don't you? So a matching set of Continental tyres under the car, and it's just a dead straight looking RS6. So that's one to watch, in my opinion.
13 to 14.
Yeah, exactly right. Yeah. So mid-teens, somewhere there, 13, 14, 15,000. It's a lot of car. So keep an eye on that. I'll ask Graham to give it a coat of polish in a minute, try and get some of them bugs off the front, look. So there you go. That's a quick look round. MR2 must have just come, that wasn't here this morning. That's a very quick look round at what's due, or rather what has arrived for December. So look forward to seeing you all in a few weeks. Over and out.